welcome to yet another virtual drivers meeting, Michelin Raceway Road Atlanta drivers meeting. I'm looking forward to the day when we don't have to do virtual drivers meetings. Hey, at the same token, very grateful and thankful to be able to put these events on in spite of what's going on with COVID-19. You know, the message for me is really simple. We want you to come out and race. We think we have a platform that you can do it and do it safely, but we need your help to actually accomplish that. Our expectations, when you are within 6 feet of any of my staff or even each other, please wear a mask. We will be providing masks. We will be providing hand sanitizer. We'll give you your own pen when you sign the waiver. This Saturday night at the racetrack, we're going to do something goofy. You know, people ask me, how have you been doing it this year with fans, without fans? And I tell them, we're kind of like going to the drive-in movie instead of the theater. You can spread out. We're outside. We're asking people to wear masks. So we're going to take a page out of the drive-in theater. We are going to show Smokey and the Bandit, the movie, as a drive-in on Saturday night. That's going to replace our normal party. And we'll just kick back and have fun. Get ready. Make sure you're prepared to social distance and be as smart as you can. We want you happy. We want you safe. We want you to have fun. So thanks for coming. I look forward to seeing all of you this next week. And now I want to send the rest of the drivers meeting over to Alex Miller, who will walk you through the do's and don'ts on what to expect on the road when you're loading in, and have a good time.
Thank you, Tony, for this important message from the President. Today we're coming to you from Circuit of the Americas in the control room, working on getting ready for Road Atlanta. It's for our race on November 19th to the 22nd. So this will be the meeting, your only meeting you'll have about Road Atlanta. So pay attention and keep track of this thing. Welcome to Road Atlanta. Be sure and use the schedule you got at registration, as things changed last minute and we want to be all on the same page. This is your only drivers meeting of the weekend. It will run continuously at the Tech Shed all day Thursday and Friday for your review. And for people who did not see this video, please share this information from your crew. Load-in procedures, SVRA, IGT, and Radical Cup teams will turn into the track at Gate 1 and immediately turn left to get into the staging lanes. Pull forward to the stop point. Walk back past the gate entrance to the registration building on the left to register. Every person must be registered to gain track access. At the end of this video, there will be a link to the COVID-19 form for you to sign. Please make sufficient copies for all your family and crew that are attending and have them fill it out before you get to registration. Be prepared to have your temperature checked every time you enter the track. As Tony mentioned, please wear your mask when approaching each other and the SVRA staff. And when you're working on your cars in the paddock, it's okay. Just put them on when you leave your paddock to discuss things with others as you're walking through the pit lane and other areas. Registration will open at 1 p.m. on Wednesday, November the 18th. Load-in will commence right after that. Radical Cup cars will proceed to the lower skid pad. SVRA and IGT will be parked in the original support paddock, now renamed the Tower Paddock. If you remember, they built a new tower there for us. Thank you. Please observe the fire lanes and keep them open at all times. We do occasionally have fire marshals that come through and inspect us, and so we want to make sure we keep those fire lanes open. They're clearly marked on the paving. All drivers on test day must be registered in the cars they're driving. Please no mix and matching. If you want to be a co-driver, you must register with that car as usual before you can go out on the track. The cars for test day need not be teched to run on Thursday, but must get inspected on Thursday to compete for the rest of the weekend. The tech line will close at 4:30 on Thursday. It will stay open until about 5:30, but we want to make sure that everybody gets in there at the tech line by 4:30. You can get inspected on Friday, which will reopen again at 7 o'clock on Friday morning as well. On your out lap, there'll be a full course yellow on the first lap. Please take the time to look at the flag stations that are out there. They're your lifeline for information. Know where they are. I don't want to get any excuses from people that say I don't know where the yellow flag was when they get black flagged or yellow flagged. So please make note of that in your mind as you're driving. The black flag station is at station 9 on the back straight. A furled black flag means we're watching you. You did something we didn't like, but keep racing. A waving black flag with your number on the board means come into the pit lane flag station for instructions. Red flag, of course, means the race session is stopped. Proceed to the nearest corner station at reduced speeds and wait for the instruction. We will either go yellow and the pace car will pick up the leader, and the race will go green again. Please keep tightening up the pack. I know some of the time we wonder why our races take so long to get restarted, but the reality is that if you get too strung out, we have to wait till everybody has closed up again. Road Atlanta is rather short and quick, so we should be able to stay close and tight. So please bunch up on restarts. We'll tighten the pack and we'll go full, if we can't, we'll go full black and the session is over, and return to your paddock location. On the cool down lap, please continue at 2/3 race speed. We need to clear the course quickly for the next session, so please keep up the pace as you're coming in off the track when your sessions are ended. A yellow flag, of course, means to reduce speed now, no passing. If you pass under a yellow, you'll be shown the black flag, so you must come into the pit lane for a stop and go penalty. If you give back the position within a few corners, I will not assess you that penalty. So remember, if you recognize your momentum has taken you past somebody under a passing of a yellow flag, give the position back, and you will not be black flagged. But do that in the first couple of corners. If you go 4 wheels off track during test day, practice, or qualifying, you must come into the pit lane and stop at the black flag station for a quick review of your car's condition. We'll release you if everything is fine. You go right back out for your session. If you choose not to come in on your own, we'll black flag you. If you ignore that, you'll lose a lap on your next session. In qualifying, if you go 4 wheels off, we're not going to stop you during the race as well. So that's only for practice and test day. Do not blow the checkered flag. It will be displayed at start-finish and at station 9 during practice and test sessions, but only at start-finish for qualifying in the races. Come in when you see the checker. That's if you see it at station 9 and you're coming by at 9 on a test day, please come in. We need the time, guys. We've got to make up a time. If you drive around all by yourself, you look silly and you're wasting a lot of time for other people who want all the time they can get. The blend line on pit out, keep that white line on your right. A corner worker will wave you out when it's safe to enter the course. Pit in will keep the white line, exit line on your right as you come down the hill. Get slowed down while you're still on the hill. There is a right turn at the bottom of the hill there at Road Atlanta that gets tighter as you go down there, so I want you to be slowing down as you go down the hill on your pit in lap. The oiling board is pretty important for us too, because we feel that oiling the track up is a pretty egregious thing and takes up a lot of time. So flaggers will use a "You are oiling" sign to display when you're leaking oil or smoking. We need you to pull off the track at the orange guardrail ends and stop. Please do not spread oil all the way around. The cleanup again just kills your track time. SVRA will use the tower paddock as usual for the grid locations and pit out. Be ready to go out on time. Please show up and suited and ready to go 5 minutes early. Qualifying, your best time from both qualifying sessions sets the grid for feature race 1. Your feature race 1 finishing position determines your grid position for feature race 2. Finish driving rules is a big important part of us. I need to reinforce the over-aggressive driving rules. This is supposed to be vintage racing, and it's all about avoidable contact incidents. It's not a high-contact sport like NFL. Nobody's here is Joey Logano pushing other people around like at the Daytona 500. No one remembers who won the race, only the guy who wrecked somebody else's car. So if you slingshot pass, do a slingshot pass from too far back, and you're not up alongside, so the car being passed cannot see you yet, and you hit him, it's going to be your fault. It's always the guy who's doing the overtaking who can see more than the guy who's being overtaken, and so the responsibility of the infraction or avoidable contact injury usually comes from the overtaking car. So think twice before you make that move. I'm going to be tougher now on everybody. We want to clean this up. This is vintage racing. I almost always see that in video. That's what happens. In qualifying, you lose your fastest 2 laps if you have an avoidable contact incident, and in the race you'll run the risk of being disqualified. Pit lane speed, remember, is 35 miles an hour. Rental transponders are available from timing if yours fails. Shorts are not allowed in the hot pits. For sprint races, they're allowed in the cold pit lane. Of course, they're not allowed in the hot pits during the enduro at all out there. No running engines after 8 p.m. at Road Atlanta. Remember, there are quiet hours at Road Atlanta on Sunday from 10 to noon. So no running of engines on Sunday between 10 and noon as quiet hour at Road Atlanta. Sunday night overstays. Must exit the paddock, but maybe an overnight stay out on the grass next to registration where we first came in. Enduro meeting will be Friday at lunch next to the tech shed in the paddock. Helmet stickers are no longer required for this meeting. So guys, thanks for coming. Let's all have a safe and healthy weekend and wear your mask. Thanks. See you there.